The Texas heat shimmered across the fairways of Trinity Forest as Charlie Woods stepped onto the first tee of the U.S. Junior Amateur. A 16-year-old carrying a name that already weighs like a trophy and a target all at once. This was no local junior event or friendly father-son scramble. This was the proving ground for the next generation of elite golfers. A stage where college coaches, national media, and curious spectators gathered to watch potential bloomer wilt under relentless scrutiny. Behind the rope line, Tiger Woods stood silently, arms folded. His iconic cap pulled low to block the sun and perhaps the emotions flickering beneath. He offered no whispered advice, no subtle read on the first putt, only a presence so commanding that it felt like a second gallery. Headlines had been written before Charlie even struck a shot. NBC Sports called him the Field. The New York Post teased the drama with "Tiger walks the fairways." But this isn't his round. Charlie hadn't arrived as a novelty act with a famous last name. He earned his way here, capturing an AJGA title earlier in the season and surviving a 3-4-1 playoff in Coral Springs with the icy precision of a seasoned competitor. Everything pointed toward a breakout. The swing looked sharp during warm-ups, the form seemed solid, and the anticipation around the opening round buzzed like electricity. But golf, indifferent to reputation, can turn promise into heartache with cruel speed. From the first hole, warning signs flared. Charlie's opening drive leaked right, settling in the rough. The next hole brought a miss left. Wedges came up short, putts slipped out, and by the time the front nine closed, he was already 8 over par. The statistics told a brutal story. Only 4 of 14 fairways hit, a scrambling percentage that ranked near the bottom of the 264-player field, and a putting average north of 2 strokes per hole. Double bogeys, 4 of them piled up like stones in a backpack. The confident rhythm seen so often in junior tournaments evaporated. Shoulders sagged, the bounce in his step disappeared, and a nervous glance toward his father said more than any post-round interview ever could. Yahoo Sports captured a haunting image of Charlie looking up after a missed putt, searching for reassurance while Tiger remained a statue. The silence between them felt louder than any roar from the gallery. Commentators shifted from admiring his shot-making to questioning his composure. And by the 18th green, the numbers screamed louder than words. An 81, 11 over par, tied for 242nd. In a single afternoon. The contender had become a cautionary headline. Day 2 dawned with the same scorching sun, but a different resolve. Charlie arrived knowing exactly how steep the climb had become, 9 shots off the projected cut of +2 or 3. Needing something close to perfection merely to survive to match play. Pride, not probability, became the motivator. With Tiger again walking silently inside the ropes, Charlie steadied himself. The round that followed wasn't miraculous, but it was measured a 74 3 over par, built on cleaner drives and steadier putts. He found more fairways, shaped safer approaches, and carried himself with a calmer gait. Shoulders squared, pace deliberate, he fought for every stroke as if each was a small reclamation of confidence. NBC Sports noted the improvement, but the damage from the opening 81 was too deep. The cut line didn't inch closer. It stayed miles away. His 2-round total of +14 left him 12 shots adrift and destined to pack up early. Yet the story of the U.S. Junior Amateur for Charlie Woods is not solely a tale of missed fairways and lost opportunities. It's a snapshot of a young athlete confronting the harshest truths of golf in full public view. Every great player eventually faces a round where nothing clicks, where talent and preparation dissolve under invisible weight. For Charlie, that weight included a gallery whispering, "That's Tiger's son," a swarm of media tracking every swing, and the quiet intensity of a father who understands both triumph and collapse better than anyone alive. Tiger's stoic presence, no fist bumps, no mid-round coaching spoke of a different lesson. Analysts debated whether it was tough love or quiet empathy, but the message was unmistakable. This was Charlie's battle to fight and his lesson to absorb. Cameras caught fleeting moments of eye contact between father and son after missed putts, each glance heavy with unspoken meaning. Tiger, who has endured public failures of his own, seemed to know that resilience is forged not in victory, but in days like these, when every stroke feels like a test of character. By the time Charlie walked off the 18th green, he had learned something far more enduring than a mechanical tweak to his swing. He had faced the pressure of national attention, tasted the sting of golf's merciless scoring, and discovered that grit matters as much as talent. He skipped interviews, moving quietly toward the parking lot with Tiger a few steps behind. But his straighter shoulders and more deliberate stride hinted at a young competitor already processing the experience. This was not the triumphant debut many had forecast, yet it may prove a more valuable milestone than an easy victory. Golf, after all, is a game of long arcs and hard lessons. And the next chapter is written not by a single tournament, but by the response to adversity. Charlie Woods will return to practice ranges and junior circuits with the memory of Trinity Forest etched deep. A reminder that greatness demands patience, and that even the most luminous legacy cannot shield a player from the game's inherent cruelty. For now, the numbers 81 followed by 74 stand immutable on the scorecard, but they do not define the story. The real measure lies in how a 16-year-old absorbs the silence of his legendary father, the whispers of the crowd, and the humbling truth that golf respects no name, only persistence. In that sense, the toughest round of Charlie's young career may also be the one that shapes the champion he aims to become.